Hi, I'm Roberta Depiero, and I'm out here at the fabulous Key West Cemetery with another great story about one of our memorials here at the Key West Cemetery. Frank Adams was the first African-American deputy, Monroe County deputy, that was killed in the line of duty back in 1901. He apprehended a suspect down at Jackson Square, which is right across from the Key West Customs House. And during the struggle, the brother of the man that he apprehended killed him right there on the square in Jackson Square. Since 1901, this has been an unmarked grave. Fast forward now to 1995. Monroe County Sheriff Rick Roth decided he wanted to locate this grave site here in the Key West Cemetery. So 10 years later, Sheriff Rick Roth was able, with private donations, to establish this memorial right here in the Key West Cemetery. They did a memorial service for Frank Adams. They brought his grandchildren in, they had a 21-gun salute, and they even laid a memorial wreath, giving him full honors for the burial when they finally erected this tombstone in 2006. So another very interesting story in our Key West Cemetery is the gravesite of Manuel Cabeza. Manuel Cabeza was born in Key West, and he married a mulatto woman. Back in 1921, just 10 months after the Key West chapter of the Ku Klux Klan formed, they came after Manuel and his wife. They broke into his apartment. He struggled with the Ku Klux Klan. He was able to remove 3 of the masks from their faces and recognized a few of the guys that were beating him up. They then dragged him out, they tied him to a palm tree, and they beat him with a baseball bat and tarred and feathered him. They left him there to die. He did not die. On Christmas morning, he was driving around town looking for his assailants, and he found William Decker. He grabbed Decker and fired a shot at him. The sheriff then took him to the jail and surrounded him with Marines because the Ku Klux Klan was coming and they wanted after him. Well, the Ku Klux Klan members then dispersed, and about 2 a.m. they told the Marines that they could go ahead and leave. The sheriff did. Shortly thereafter, the Ku Klux Klan members broke into the jail. They got Manuel Cabeza out. They dragged him out onto Flagler Avenue out near the East Martello Towers, and they strung him up. They hung him from a tree, and they riddled him with 21 bullets. And this is yet another interesting story about Manuel Cabeza, the only Key West resident to be killed by the Ku Klux Klan here at the Key West Cemetery.